Gavaskar, who tracks this space very closely at Sharekhan, is joining in now. Kaustubh, is there anything in these earnings this time that can breathe some life back into the HUL stock, and how are you positioned here?
I think it would be the management commentary on how the demand environment would be, because that is something very important. And I guess most of the, in most of the companies' result, I think that is an important aspect, that how the demand environment, especially in the rural market, would be in the coming quarters. We have seen for past 3 quarters there is no much bit of improvement in the demand, especially in the rural market. Some hopes are emerging, considering the fact that monsoons are likely to be good, and post-election budget there might be some, government might provide some stimulus to the rural economy, but how that would help demand to come back on track, that is something which is to be monitored. But as of now, nothing much in terms of improvement in the demand. The only thing what we can say is that the price decline what the companies have taken, they might anniversary, and we might see a stable kind of a value growth. But we have, on the other hand, we have also seen commodity prices moving up. So there might be some price increases companies have to take to pass on those commodity increase as well.
Okay. All right. Hi, Kaustubh. Good morning and good to see you in. This is Nigel on this side. What about Tata Consumer? How about those numbers? It appeared like a bit of a mixed bag. Your reading of it?
Tata Consumers overall numbers were good if we consider to what the expectation are for the FMCG sector companies' performance. Revenues were slight miss on expectation, but EBITDA margins was better than what we and Street were anticipating. It came at around 16%. We and Street were anticipating around 15% EBITDA margin, and PAT growth, if you exclude the exceptions, was around more than 30%. So there is an element of the acquisition also in this quarter results, because in food business there was a consolidation of the Capital Food, and the food business excluding the Capital Food grew by 11% for the quarter. But that was expected, and I think on revenue front it was slight miss, but on margin front it was better than what we and Street were expected, and the performance was better than what the overall expectation for the consumer good company's performance is.
Okay, all right. Coming back to HUL, right, since the numbers are today, you said that the most important thing would be to track the management commentary on demand. I want to understand what is your expectation, because in Q3, the management said that the operating environment is very challenging. There are some short-term challenges, and rural income growth is something that, they're still struggling with. Do you expect a change in this tone? I mean, what is it exactly that you hope to hear from the management this time?
See, we are expecting around 2% revenue growth and volume growth of around 3.5% for this quarter. In terms of the demand environment, obviously urban demand is quite stable. Rural is yet to come back on track, and that is what hurting most of these large companies, including HUL. Till the time rural recovers, I think there won't be any much improvement in the volume growth of this biggest like HUL. We are expecting that if monsoons are good and agri income is good, we should start seeing gradual improvement in the volume growth from Q2. So if that is what the stance management is also maintaining, I think the valuations at current level looks to be very good. If everything plays out as per the expectation, I think we should start seeing recovery in the volume growth from maybe fag end of Q2, and largely in the second half of the FY 2025. That is what we are expecting.
Okay, all right. Kaustubh, what about Nestle? What are the expectations out there? The quarter, the sense you got was maybe it was shaping up okay. But now the recent piece of news, input costs going up, some of these inquiries as well, that's sad sentiment, and that's why the stock has pulled back. What is your view on the stock, and would you buy into weakness?
I think Nestle will continue to remain under pressure. There are 2 to 3 key reasons. We have seen royalty, going up. we have commodity prices are moving up. Some of the input prices have gone up substantially, and the news which is around the nutritional food. I think this will continue to put more pressure on the stock unless there is more clarity on this front. We have seen this happening during the Maggie time, and unless there is more no clarity on what exact stance the government is also taking, and accordingly the Nestle might have to reshape its portfolio. But I think all this news will continue to put pressure on the stock in the near term.
Okay. Any other stocks in this space, in the sector that you track, which stand out for you? Because, so many of these names, right? Whether you look at Dabur, Marico, some of them are either trading close to their 52-week lows or have underperformed the street. Any stocks where you see a potential for outperformance in the next 6 to 12 months?
I think Godrej Consumer Products is one stock which we believe that has a strong, potential to do well. We have seen also the pre-quarter update was quite good if we compare Godrej Consumer performance with some of the closest peer. They have Indonesia businesses already, back on track. India business is doing good. I think they have done the changes required in their portfolio, both in HI and the new addition in the domestic portfolio. I think that should do well for the company to see good recovery in the India business volume growth. Africa business, they have already restructured, so that should start adding to their profitability in the quarters ahead. So I think whatever required things to be done, those are done, and I think the stock should operationally perform well. The only impact what been seen on the GCPL performance is the currency, devaluation. That is what impacting the performance. But barring that, if you see operationally, they are doing good, and we should see the stock doing good, over the next 6 to 12 months.
On that one, then Godrej Consumer. Thanks, Kaustubh, for joining in, giving us your view on all of those stocks. You've got a busy day and a busy week ahead, so we wish you well. Well, let's get in.